have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow, man open. That's Jamar Chase, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
11 empty. 11 empty. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
11 empty.
A 1st carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
12. 11, Tommy. 11, MT, take. 11, MT, take.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase from 17 yards out. And the Bengals will strike first here in this wild card matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Mahomes throwing on fourth. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for KC, 43 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. Being a touchdown pass on the first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Take it at the 37. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 27.
11 empty.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here, they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just know that for this team to advance, they have to get a big performance from this unit. To this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. This is intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Robert Quinn is the one who burst in there to blow that play up.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Credit the tackle for loss to Robert Quinn.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
11 MT, paint. 11 MT, paint. 11. 11 Thomas. 11 MT, paint. 11 MT, paint. 42.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the left hash, this from 34.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
The set in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because
blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Chris Jones on the stop.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
Mixon will go off tackle left. Room here to run. And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down to the 35-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst, 35 yards. And the Bengals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, looking good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. He's got a man, complete. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a two-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Here we go, here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now Burrow on first down.
Open man is Asiasi, the tight end.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
11 empty, 11 empty. 11. Stop.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Touchdown Bengals. Joe Mixon. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson. Up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw, it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Burrow on play action. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. Mixing up the middle. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put...
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain of 32 that time.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On second and goal, Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Mixon with a first down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd. 46 yards. And the Bengals have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 onto their lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this. And now here's another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Now it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Thanks to Frank Clark, that play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And the Bengals going to lift